Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so you are not going to believe what happened.
We are in Paris.
Hello.
Hello.
My husband Nicolai totally surprised me with a trip to Paris. And the craziest part? This isn't even the first time he's done something like this. Last year, he pulled a fast one on me with a surprise stopover in London. And this year, bam, Paris. Just like last year, I was literally just thinking we were heading straight to Denmark for Christmas with our family. And then he drops the bomb.
So far, so good. Sort of.
I mean, everything was smooth.
Smooth sailing so far, but we arrived in Paris, but my bag at least is in London.
Oh, I didn't even check mine.
You can take yours. We also haven't told Sandy that we're staying 6 days in Paris yet.
What?
So.
You did it again. Oh my God. Paris. How long?
6 days.
I was shocked. I mean, what? Paris. So after I got over my shock again, off we went. Landed in the city of love, and I couldn't wait to soak it all in. First stop, check into the hotel, then food. Because hello, Parisian pastries? Let me tell you, a buttery, flaky croissant just hits different when you're eating it in a charming little cafe with the Eiffel Tower in the distance. Walking through the streets of Paris, we strolled through the most magical streets, and I swear every corner looked like a postcard. The lights, the architecture, the energy, our first day in Paris. And we decided to do things right by diving headfirst into a walking tour that hit 30 plus of the city's most famous sites. No maps, no stress, just pure adventure, incredible history, and oh yeah, a ton of walking. Seriously, my legs were not ready for this.
There is the Eiffel Tower.
Of course, we had to start with her, the Eiffel Tower, the Iron Lady of Paris, built by Gustave Eiffel in 1889. Fun fact, Parisians hated it at first. They thought it was an eyesore. Can you imagine? Now, it's the most visited paid monument in the world. There I saw many love locks. Couples from around the world would attach a padlock to the bridge's railings, symbolizing their eternal love, and then toss the key into the river below, a romantic metaphor for an unbreakable bond. We got some epic shots here before heading off to explore even more, but stick around because later on we climb to the top for the best view of Paris. Next stop, Montmartre, aka the artistic heart of Paris. Okay, full disclosure, no one warned me about the hundreds of stairs up to Sacré-Cœur, but we had the option to ride the Montmartre funicular transports passengers effortlessly up to the Square Nadar and the Basilica. For those who wanted to get their steps in, they are welcome to climb the steps, a number of them to get there. Once we got to the top, I was blown away. The view from up here, absolute magic. This basilica sits at the highest point in Paris, and let me tell you, it's worth every aching muscle. This place was home to legends like Van Gogh, Picasso, and Monet. We strolled through winding streets, past cute cafes and street artists, and I swear you could feel the creative energy in the air.
The key to my heart.
Hearts everywhere because it is the city of love. And then, boom, Moulin Rouge.
Bring your legs right up.
The birthplace of the can-can and the most iconic cabaret in the world. If you've seen the movie, you know this place is legendary. We didn't go inside, but just standing in front of that red windmill felt surreal. At least that is what I felt. After that workout, we strolled down the Champs-Élysées, one of the most famous avenues in the world. Think high-end shopping, cafes, and serious Parisian vibes. Check this out.
Louis Vuitton, look at that.
Louis Vuitton is set to open its first luxury hotel in Paris. The building's facade will be adorned with a giant Louis Vuitton monogram trunk, symbolizing the brand's heritage and marking the transformation of this iconic location. Many were snapping photos of this. And at the end of the road, boom, Arc de Triomphe. This monument was built by Napoleon to honor his army, and wow, is it impressive. The Arc de Triomphe honors those who fought and died for France during the French Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars, with the names of all French victories and generals inscribed on its inner and outer surfaces. Under its vault lies the tomb of the unknown soldier from the First World War.
Okay, so we are going all the way up there.
We even climbed to the top because clearly we love stairs.
We made it to the top of the Arc de Triomphe. Beautiful view from up here.
And the 360-degree view of Paris was insane. Another great stop for photos. And of course,
Notre-Dame.
we couldn't miss Notre-Dame. This Gothic masterpiece has stood since the 12th century, surviving revolutions, wars, and even a massive fire in 2019. Seeing it up close was breathtaking. You can feel the history in every stone. We hit this spot later on again for a ghost tour. Yes, you heard right, a ghost tour, which I will tell you about later. By the end of the tour, we were exhausted, exhilarated, and so in love with Paris. We walked through history, saw legendary sights, and let's be real, I definitely worked off at least one croissant. Best first days ever.
What am I doing in a graveyard?
Next tour. It was time for a Christmas magic in Paris at night. Wandering through the sparkling streets of Paris at Christmas, every corner feels like a scene from a holiday movie, and the mix of history, twinkling lights, and festive cheer is absolutely magical. Our journey begins in a hidden gem, the Galerie Vivienne, a breathtaking 19th century passageway that transports me straight into the past. The warm glow of shop windows and the scent of roasted chestnuts in the air make it feel like time has slowed down just for this moment. From there, we step into the Palais Royal, where history whispers through the grand columns and charming courtyards. The air was filled with laughter, the sound of carolers, and the sparkle of holiday lights reflecting off the Tuileries garden. Next stop, Dior and Chanel's dazzling Christmas displays. The artistry, the elegance, everything about it is pure Parisian glamour. Just when I think it can't get any better, we arrive at Place Vendôme, a scene straight out of a fairy tale with its towering Christmas tree and twinkling lights. Then, as if Paris hadn't already cast its holiday spell on me, I find myself at the Opera Garnier with its grand architecture glowing against the night sky. And just ahead, the famous Haussmann Boulevard, where the Galerie, Lafayette, and Printemps Christmas windows steal the show. Dancing figurines, snowy landscapes, and enchanting animated scenes create a winter wonderland right in the heart of the city. This experience is pure holiday magic. Whether you're a history lover, a Christmas enthusiast, or just someone who loves Paris at its most enchanting, we ended with us warming our hands on a cup of steaming mulled wine, or maybe hot chocolate, a Parisian holiday tradition. The following day, we decided to just walk around, a stroll on a bridge you might recognize from the movie Inception. Yep, this is the famous Pont de Bir Hakeim, where Cobb and Ariadne walked through the dream world. Seeing it in person with the Seine flowing below was like stepping into a movie scene. Paris, the city of light, romance, and ghosts.
We are on a ghost tour in Paris.
Paris has its glamorous side, but what about its dark side? Enter the Haunted Paris tour led by Matt, an expert storyteller who took us deep into the eerie past of this beautiful city. And let me tell you, things got chilling real quick. Ever heard of the ghosts of Notre-Dame? Legend has it, spirits still linger here. And right when Matt was sharing their stories, cue mysterious gust of wind, I swear I felt a cold shiver down my spine. Check this out. Is this all about the Ratatouille movie? Ah, yes, real rats here. Let's just say I slept with the lights on that night. Speaking of scary, the following day, my husband really wanted to go to the catacombs.
All right, we're going down the catacombs.
But let me tell you, I was not a fan. The history is fascinating.
We're about to enter the catacombs.
Created in the late 18th century, this underground ossuary holds the remains of over 6 million people. But walking through dimly lit tunnels lined with skulls? Yeah, definitely not my idea of fun. But marriage is about compromise, right?
Never, ever, 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 ever doing that again.
I have seen the scary movie about this place. Yes, these are actual skulls underground. The Paris catacombs house the remains of over 6 million people and span about 200 miles of tunnels, though only 1 mile is open to the public. Originally limestone quarries, They became a burial site in the 18th century due to overcrowded cemeteries. The bones are often arranged in artistic patterns, creating a macabre yet fascinating display. The catacombs were also used during World War II by the French Resistance. Today, they attract over 500,000 visitors annually and are known for their eerie atmosphere and historical significance. From ghosts to glamour, my next adventure was straight out of a movie, a Paris by night tour in a vintage Citroën 2 CV. Frederick, our guide, was the ultimate Parisian storyteller. As we zipped through the secret streets of Montmartre and the Latin Quarter, I couldn't help but feel like I was in an old French film. Oh, and the Eiffel Tower sparkling at night? Wow. Stops for a perfect photo with the Eiffel Tower in the background. It offered a complete look of Paris with an itinerary designed to show you what makes this city special at night. The lights, the cafes, the monuments, the sparkles at the Eiffel Tower, the vintage feeling of the Citroën. The following day, Nicolai, once again full of surprises, told me we were going on a special tour, a private Insta tour with Julia. It's not just a tour, it's a photo shoot. Julia's private Insta tour was 100% personalized, no crowded groups, just me and Nicolai and a professional photographer capturing the magic of Paris. From the moment we met, I could feel the energy and excitement build. Julia knew the best spots and the best poses for us. Of course, I wore my new red beret. As we strolled through some of Paris's most stunning spots, I couldn't believe how effortlessly Julia created the perfect atmosphere. From the Eiffel Tower to the Arc de Triomphe, every frame felt like a dream. No awkward poses, no weird angles, just real, authentic moments. We visited the most iconic spots, once again, now viewing them as backdrops. The Louvre, Notre-Dame, the Opera, and even secret Parisian passages that made us feel like we had discovered hidden gems. Every place we went to felt unique, and Julia made sure each backdrop perfectly complemented our story. And the best part? In just 48 hours, we received 40 professionally retouched photos and a video of our entire experience edited to the song we loved. These weren't just photos, they were memories captured in the most beautiful city in the world. It's an experience I'll never forget and one I'll always cherish. Of course, the next stop was one of the biggest highlights. I couldn't miss going inside the Eiffel Tower.
I'm at the Eiffel Tower.
We climbed to the top, and let me tell you, the view was breathtaking. Fun fact, when it was completed in 1889, it was the tallest structure in the world.
I can't believe what we're standing on right now. This is crazy. I didn't even realize I was standing on it. Oh, what? Oh. Crazy.
Standing there, overlooking Paris, I finally understood why this is one of the most iconic landmarks on Earth. The Eiffel Tower was designed by engineer Gustave Eiffel and completed in 1889 for the Exposition Universelle in Paris, celebrating the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. Originally intended to be dismantled after 20 years, it was saved due to its usefulness in communications and scientific research. At 330 meters, 1,083 feet, it was the tallest man-made structure in the world until 1930. Today, it stands as a global icon of France, attracting millions of visitors each year. We took the elevator up, but then, you guessed it, stairs down. It was not too bad though. Surprisingly, my legs were okay.
It's so much easier coming down.
We were not too tired to walk to this famous stop as we went back to Montmartre.
Welcome to the Wall of Love. I love you in so many different languages.
The Wall of Love has been the site of many romantic occasions, including proposals, engagement photo shoots, and undying declarations of commitment. Spanning 416 square feet, the I Love You Wall in Paris's Johann Richter Square was created by two artists as a rendezvous location for lovers and a lasting monument to eternal adoration. Covered in 612 lava tiles, the wall features the words, I love you, in 311 languages, including all 192 languages of the United Nations. On our last night, the grand finale, a bateau Parisian, Seine River gourmet dinner, and sightseeing cruise, dining under the stars while floating past Paris's most iconic landmarks. Every course was perfection: French duck foie gras, sea bass fillet, and a dessert that I still dream about. And with live music setting the mood, this was easily one of the most magical nights of my life. Paris, you stole my heart. Whether you're here for history, haunted tales, romantic vibes, or just really good food, this city does not disappoint. One thing's for sure, this trip was a walking adventure. So many stairs, so much exploring, but every step was worth it. Which of these experiences would you try first? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, au revoir.